Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn about the core compute services such as Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, Amazon EC2, AWS Lambda, AWS Elastic Beanstalk, and AWS Fargate. Going to our first slide. Yeah, there are four types. Most important things in compute services. One is EC2. EC2 is scalable virtual servers in the cloud offering full control over computing resources. The main key features of EC2, we can rent the virtual machines with customizable configurations such as like CPU, memory, storage, and networking. Yeah. Core compute services refer to fundamental computing resources provided by cloud service providers to support a wide range of applications and workload. These services typically, typically include virtual machines, compute instances, container services, serverless computing, bare metal servers. Yeah, already I've said few things about EC2. EC2 is resizable virtual servers in the cloud for running applications. It is a backbone of many AWS based applications requiring persistent compute resources. Here are the key features of EC2. Instant types, AMIs, Amazon machine images, pre-configured template to launch instances with specific OS and software, auto scaling, elastic load balancing, storage options, security. The use case example hosting a web application backend on EC2 with ALB for load balancing and auto scaling to handle traffic spikes. It is an example for EC2. We can also take the EC2, to understand EC2 instance like IAM and VPC, virtual private cloud. We can ensure to secure EC2 instances and use instant metadata user data for automation. Coming to AWS Lambda, it is a serverless compute service that runs code in response to events without provisioning or managing service. It's an ideal for event driven architectures. The main key features, in simple terms, is it executes the code in response to triggers. Like example, HTTP request via API gateway, S3 events or CloudWatch events. It automatically scales based on demand and charges only for compute time used. It only charges for the compute time used. The execution environment supports multiple languages like such as Python, Node.js, Java, etc. and custom runtimes. We can custom the runtimes. The pricing, as we discussed earlier, pay per used based request. The use case example is a Lambda function triggered by an S3 upload to process images or function behind API gateway to handle HTTP request, as I discussed in previous thing. What is AWS Elastic Beanstalk? AWS Elastic Beanstalk, it is a platform as a service for deploying and scaling web applications with minimal infrastructure management. As we can Define as it simplifies deploying and scaling web applications by handling infrastructure management. The main key features are it supports applications written in Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, Python, etc. It automatically manages provisioning, load balancing, auto scaling, and health monitoring. These are the main key features. The use case example: deploying a Node.js web app with automatic scaling and load balancing for a small development team. Next, coming to AWS Fargate, it is a serverless compute engine for containers, allowing developers to run counterized applications without managing the underlying infrastructure. Here, I defined as a serverless compute engine for containers used with Amazon ECS, Elastic Container Services, or EKS Kubernetes service. It eliminates the need to manage underlying thing. The main key features works with Amazon Elastic Container Services and Kubernetes. Eliminates the need of manage EC2 instance for container orchestration. Scales automatically based on application demand. The example of this thing: running a microservice architecture with ECS and Fargate for scalable serverless container deployment. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video.